So tell us a little bit about why you use and recommend the relief patch.
Well, I love the relief because it has such broad spectrum effects on the body. First of all, the relief patch can be used for things like muscle soreness and tension. I like to put one right here because I tend to get a lot of tension up there. They're great for any type of discomfort, you know, even things like injuries, surgeries that you may had, any type of discomfort in the body, trigger points where you're getting that muscle tension, joint pain and stiffness, you know, well, we like to say discomfort, tooth and dental discomfort, muscle cramps, menstrual cramps, all of these things respond by helping our bodies to balance those frequencies. And as Rick was saying earlier, you know, these patches are imprinted with over 100 frequencies that help the body with discomfort and with inflammation.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so what do you think that we all need to understand about relief?
Well, gosh, there's so much. So basically, the body is energetic, okay? And because of many things that we encounter, EMFs, poor food, toxins, pesticides, all these things that we encounter in our environments, it causes us to become imbalanced. And these imbalances show up in many times, it shows up as discomfort. Now, discomfort is an outward sign that there's something going wrong, but basically there's so many other things that can be related to this. We're talking about lack of function. We're talking about things like swelling, things like, you know, fatigue, digestive issues. All of these things can be related to inflammation, which if you have discomfort, you have inflammation, but you don't always know it. And so what I love about these relief chips is that they help to balance all of that. And a lot of times people notice that with the outward relief of whatever discomfort they're having. But at the same time, what I love about it is that it's helping to balance internally the way things are actually functioning. And, you know, I've always been one to look to the underlying causes. I've always been one to look to what we can do to balance the body and optimize energy so that even if you're not having any type of discomfort itself, we're optimizing your function. And so that's what I love about the relief.
Yeah. And of course, you know, we cannot say that our product cures, treats, or prevents any disease. So we have to be careful with that. But one of the things that we can talk about that you touched on is functionality. So a lot of people will have discomfort or aches or whatever that prevent them from doing the things in life that they want to do. Maybe it's getting on the ground and playing with their grandchildren, or maybe they played tennis and they can't play tennis. So, you know, those are some of the things that are safe for us to talk about. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You know, it's always about giving people their full life.
Right.
Letting them experience what they want to experience, the joys of running around behind grandkids, or, you know, playing a full game of golf and then not having to pay for it all day the next day, things like that. It's so powerful. And again, you know, I just want to stress that even though discomfort is an outward sign, it is a sign that you have inflammation in your body, and inflammation is at the root of all the chronic and degenerative diseases. And so when we balance the body, it's just an amazing side benefit to help with all of that.
Right. So we can also say that these products assist the body in balancing and doing what it was intended to do, which ultimately gives the body the credit. So that's fantastic. Okay. So what do you see as the main differences between relief and since the natural pain remedies are such a big industry, what do you see as the main difference between relief and those other products, other holistic type products?
And what I found is that people get really quick results. I've gotten really, really fast and quick results, not only with the discomfort, but also with the healing. And that's just been amazing. And so, you know, it's just quick, it's easy.
And what do you attribute the quick results to? Is that because it's not having to pass through a digestive system and it's going right to the cells, working at the cellular level? Would that be okay to say?
I think balancing, yes, that's absolutely true. And then balancing the energy of our bodies allows our bodies to do what we were designed to do, which is heal ourselves. You know, it's almost like just removing an interference, interference so that we can perform optimally internally. Yep.
Right. So giving the body the tools that it needs. So, you know, we just recently launched the world's first 100% full spectrum CBD patch in the United States. So help us understand the difference between the relief product and our CBD patches.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so the relief is designed specifically to deal with discomfort and inflammation. It has over 100 different frequencies, plus those essential oils that Rick was telling us about. And so it does this really well. Now, in addition to that, it does help as well with some emotional balance. Essential oils are phenomenal for that. So it's going to help with some emotional balance. And then just like I said, some of the underlying imbalances in your body. So that is what relief is. CBD is specifically only the CBD frequency, and that is designed to support your endocannabinoid system, which we had a whole conference on that last week, which we have the recording for. But supporting your endocannabinoid system helps to balance your nervous system. It helps to balance your immune system, and it's very systematic. It's not we're not trying to combat any particular symptoms, but it's helping your body come back to balance and do what your body needs to do to correct itself. And so that's the difference. CBD supports the endocannabinoid system and all of its functions, and relief supports discomfort and inflammation.
Right, right. And if people are interested about what CBD does, you could simply Google the benefits and see that for yourself. So so that's a great distinction there. Thank you.
Also want to say they are not mutually exclusive. You can use them together. I think the quantum CBD is great for everybody. That's what I'm wearing today. And I feel like that creates like a baseline of balance. And then we can add other products if you need something specific. The relief works phenomenally well at the site. So if you have a specific area of discomfort, I love to stick it right where it hurts, you know, so I do that as well.
Yeah, you know, again, you bring up some great points because, you know, if people are not having, you know, particular issues, where should they start with our products? And certainly everybody needs the CBD patch to balance them out because we know everything is attacking us. And of course, I always like to, you know, recommend nitric oxide. Everybody needs nitric oxide. So those are some very basic products that everybody needs. Okay, but so, and then what would people expect by using our relief patch?
Well, basically what they can expect is relief. It's a brilliant name. Expect relief from discomfort of all kinds. You know, this even includes emotional stress, an increase in mental acuity, just like you just feel sharper and a sharper thinking, cardiovascular health, better circulation, neurological health. Our effects of balancing energy are so broad spectrum. I mean, there's so many books written on the topic. I've got a few of them here. I just wanted to show you. This is not, you know, this is not something we made up. Look at how thick this book is. This is vibrational medicine, and this is all about energy and frequency and how it affects your body. I've got another one here. This one's pretty thick too, on earthing. You know, we talk about earthing all the time because we've got our earthing card, and just returning your body to the proper energies and frequencies is so powerful and so beneficial. So again, with the relief, it's discomfort, but also just broad spectrum health effects.
Yeah, I like that. And I think for simple-minded people like me, it's just our world has just gotten us out of balance. And we just need a way that is non-intrusive that can put us back into balance. So that's awesome. So now when you are talking with your patients about relief, how do you normally recommend that they use it? And, you know, tell us a little bit about, I know you spoke a little bit about placement, but just expand on that a bit for us if you would.
With placement, I usually have them place it right around the area that it hurts. Depending on the area, we may use one, we may use two. Sometimes they have to experiment. But literally, if you have like a knot, if you've got that tightness or trigger point, I tend to get them right up here. I'll stick it right there. And it just, I mean, you can literally feel it. It just melts away. I've got my mom here. She has an amazing story I've got to share with you. So I'm going to bring her on to share her story. But I have people stick it where it hurts. If it's like an ankle or a knee, I'll have them put one on each side, just so that we're kind of surrounding that whole field with these healthy frequencies. And then again, if you don't have a specific area of pain, but you know there's some dysfunction or discomfort somewhere in your body, something feels just a little bit off, you can either stick it right over that area, or you can look up the acupuncture meridian that runs through that area and use certain points. So again, we like to use these K27 points. They're very powerful points. You just go to the little U in your neck, find the two bumps and slide off a little bit to where you have a little dip there. It's very easy right there. That's one of the most powerful points for all over balancing in your body.
And I'm assuming that we want to share with people too that, you know, you don't have to wait until there is discomfort to use the product. I mean, you can use this to hopefully, you know, keep yourself from getting that. I know I use these products and I work out, you know, almost every day, and I never have muscle soreness. I never have recovery.
On Monday, I took my daughter out. We climbed a mountain, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday, she had her virtual gymnastics classes. So on Tuesday, after her class, they did so much conditioning that she told me it felt like her legs, her back, and something else. It was 3 areas. I can't remember the last one, but she said they felt like they were broken. So she's never really experienced that really deep soreness. This was her first time. So she's like, oh my God. So I took the relief and I just put it in the middle of both of her thighs. And she could absolutely tell the difference. The next day, she's bopping around. I said, oh, your legs aren't broken anymore. And so, yeah, it's amazing. A lot of times with workout, especially if you feel like you're going to have a really intense workout, or, you know, if you feel like you're going to do something you haven't done in a long time, you can absolutely put them on ahead of time to kind of get ahead of that inflammation that's coming. And that's a great idea.
Sure, sure, sure. Well, thank you so much. Before I want to ask your mother's story, but before I do that, is there anything else that you want to add? Maybe talk to us about, you know, who should use this? You know, what are your additional thoughts you might want to share with us?
Well, I feel like this is something that every household needs. I feel like it's such a good idea to be ahead of the game, to be prepared. You know, like we said, you can use them prophylactically. You can use them just because they are designed for inflammation. And I want you to go and look up inflammation, and you will find that inflammation has widely been called the silent killer. And that's at the root of so many different things. And so we want to prevent that. So it's something that anybody can use for that reason, to help prevent and to help their bodies to be optimal. But I also feel like every household needs to have a pack, because when you injure yourself, you need it right then. You know, you don't have time to go order it and wait a couple days for it to come. You need it. And so I feel like every household should have at least one pack. You should travel with it. If you're traveling, if you're going camping, if you're going to be out on a boat, any place where you might, you know, have a particular eventuality, it's always good to have some relief around. So every household